We back on the roof, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adults of all ages, the 1216 podcast brings you the greatest podcast in the world. Starring your boy 12 and 16. We are the 1216 podcast. You guys have found the right place to be in tonight because it has been a great night of events. Not just for the Todoroki family, but also for the Kaido family.
Oh man.
And without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. Starting off with some great Blue Lock. You know how it is. Since Blue Lock is out, our Saturday nights are jam packed with anime domination. With
Beautiful.
the big three that's right now out there, we talk about the most: Blue Lock, My Hero Academia, and One Piece.
Motherfucker just said Todoroki and then blanked on fucking My Hero.
Bro, I was gonna call it something totally different just now. I don't know why.
Man.
But starting off with Blue Lock, let's get right into it. And of course, I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead because, as we all know, Chigury's a dog. But this scene that's gonna come up, this match will be the match to decide who advances and wins everything. In my eyes, this is going to be the most dominant match, and I already see teamwork being key, and Baro, aka King, will get his shit together.
He has to, bro. He fucking has to. Otherwise, they gonna lose. There's no way around that shit. There's no way around it. Cause that shit really made me fucking frustrated. Like,
Bro,
that's why I said earlier on. That's why I didn't think they pick him. Cause like, bro, are you really finna be all about you to the detriment of the team? Like, bro, you fucking lost doing it your way, dummy.
Yeah.
That's why you on our team to begin with. Like, come on, bro. So. Yeah, he gonna have to get his shit together. He was definitely pissing me off. Like, they made a whole game plan based off of the fact that they knew that nigga was gonna ball hog, bro.
Yep. And
it's ridiculous.
That game plan around him, even though he is, I do like the maid version of him a little bit more. He gives off Zoro vibes. If you ever, before you judge me, say anything at all, he gives off Zoro vibes. This really strong individual who has a sweet heart that can, for Zoro, of course, it was the children that he protected with the 8 kids from the village when he had on the t-shirt that the mom made and was like, oh yeah, you're my son now. So like that, I see inside King because of the whole maid thing. Like he's neat, he's tight, everything has to be nice and neat for him and clean. And plus, they have a dominant workout schedule. Like he's a beast with it. The only difference is that Zoro would never do anything for himself anymore, because he is one of the wings to the future Pirate King.
Funny as hell. Nah, hey, listen, you the Zoro man. So if you say that's what you see, I'll take your word for it. Said that's your dog. So yeah.
Chigury is Sanji.
Funny as hell.
I can see that, man.
Nah,
loving it.
It was a solid episode. It just highlights the fact that they gonna have to do. He's gonna have to fold into the whole teamwork aspect, or fucking they finna lose. Yeah, it's just that simple. And his ass is gonna end up losing out if he done fucking.
Oh yeah,
you know what
they're
I
not
mean?
picking him.
Yeah, that shit.
They said they made it clear. I think it was. They wanted it's 2 for Isagi, 1 for Nagi. I think that's what it was.
Something like that, yeah. But they didn't.
One of those.
They weren't trying to get him. Yeah. They weren't trying to get him. Yeah.
You already got like a watered down version of him up on the team already.
Funny as hell, buddy ass. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking orange hair, the Ichigo.
Funny as hell.
Like that'd be dope as hell to see though. Like if they do end up losing. Like no matter how it goes, of course we know that they're not going to lose. We had the talk. They had the number one team inside there, and then the dribbler. What the
Bachira,
name
yeah.
again?
Isagi's not losing. He's gonna be
No,
here.
he's.
Well, that's what he said. He gonna be here. Trust me.
He
It's
will
like
be here.
the genius of adaptability, man. Being able to pull off whatever move you need to do in that situation to help the team. Fucking, yeah.
Man,
The ultimate. What do you say? Like the ultimate. The utility knife, essentially. Like he can fucking adapt and do it all. Yeah, whatever needs to be done in the situation, he can adapt and do that shit to help them fucking. So I wonder, like, it's gonna have to be the king who changes, but how do they get him to fucking? You know what I mean? Like, how do you get him to do it? Yeah, to do it. And that's the key to going forward. But how do you pull it off?
The only way I can see that shit happening, bro, is if they're doing it. We're down 2-0. We got to make a plan to win. Just give me the ball. No, work us as a team. We're gonna keep losing. Isagi gets frustrated, and then a chemical reaction just ends up happening again.
Let's see.
And I'm hoping that happens, bro, because there's no stopping Chigiri, bro. Rio's passes and Chigiri's speed is no stopping, bro. That man said, "Now taste my shadow."
Oh, man. He said, "Where's he passing to?" Bro, I knew off bat he was passing
already.
Chigiri, because he's so fucking fast. You can pass to basically any spot, and his ass is gonna get there. And even if you do catch up, like he was saying with the closing speed, fucking when I touch the ball, nigga, I'm gone with the shit. So it don't even matter. So yeah, for me, it was a solid episode. Another 8. Wasn't super, anything super crazy or anything. They just kind of began it. So everything is probably going to unfold next week's episode. So that's probably going to be a 10 out of 10.
At least we get the full match next episode.
Yeah, that's what I believe too. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not beating around the bush with this one. It looks like we gonna get like.
Because to be honest, I was surprised they actually started it at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Like it actually, it was 1-0 they way. So like, hey, I'm assuming next week is going. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So that'll be a 10 out of 10. I'm pretty sure. But for this week, it was 8 out of 10 for me.
I can see it. I can see an 8. I want to push to 9, but I can see an 8. I could solid it at an 8, only because of like it was the build up. So build up episodes will always not be. You can't get a 9 off a build up episode. I only enjoyed it a lot because we did get to see like the whole Barrow's working out like this. Well, I might as well start as well too and doing my same thing. And like you see Isagi and Nagi both start working out like Barrow did. So that's that was pretty dope. I like seeing that. The getting stronger, getting faster, whatever not. Your physique would never be like Barrow's. It's king for a reason. But yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. 16 out of 20 for the 12-16.
Yeah, and my hero. Easily for me, before we even get into it, easily 10 out of 10. It wasn't even like really action or anything like that. It was just really the backstory, that everything that went on, and you really get a real understanding of everything that went on with their family. Just so much shit makes sense, bro. It's just, it's crazy, man. Bruh. For him, him essentially, we knew that's why he was having the kids and everything to basically surpass All Might. But to see that his firstborn son, like, his power was hurting, Toya, his power was hurting him, but he wouldn't give that shit up. And basically, like, they talk about how everybody kind of sat in silence of the situation and didn't really do anything. They can't just blame it. That's why they said, we can't just blame it all on him. Exactly. We all to blame except Todoroki, because he was too young. It wasn't nothing he could do. You know what I mean? He was the baby in the situation. So,
and
man,
he's the hero. He's the hero of the family, though.
Man, bro, just
I can't
to see him like stick his hand out like, "Hey, pops, we got to do this shit together. We got to stop his ass." Like, Oh man, that shit was so good, bro. It was such a good episode, man. Such a good episode.
I think I either said it inside of our special or in a couple weeks ago that the Todoroki family is gonna work together in order to stop Dabi, aka Toya.
Got to.
And bro, I want to see what the mom can do when she gets into action. I just didn't know that it was. I knew it was an arranged marriage, but the way that they set it up, that was like, man, like you're a scumbag, Endeavor. But you kind of seeing like he had a sweet heart because when he walked out, he said, "Oh, you like flowers," and from that point on, he kept giving her flowers because it was something that she did like. I just didn't like the part, of course, when he struck her. You could have stopped him, do something better, and like
how that whole the eyes and why that shit came to Todoroki, like man, just it just all comes together, bro. Just man.
So Todoroki and Dabi, aka Toya, are the only ones that have Endeavor's eyes, right?
No, I don't even think it was. I don't even think it was like the eyes and how they look. I think it was more so of the anger, the hate behind it. That whole kind of thing.
Because remember, Todoroki didn't have the hate behind Endeavor, of course, but Todoroki never had like the hate that he wanted to. But I don't think Toya.
No, at that point he did. He had hate for his father. Yeah, he did because that was when they were showing him like training and all that kind of stuff, and him punching him in the stomach, all of that shit. Yeah, the hate that was forming that he had for his father. It was the same as Toya's, and the same that Endeavor had the hate that he had for trying to surpass All Might. That's why she did that shit to him, and it made so much sense. So much more sense after showing, all the stuff that we knew before, but showing it this way and still including clips of stuff we've seen in previous seasons, like you said, with him dragging them down. Like, you can't we didn't know fucking whatchamacallit was down there at that time. Toya was down there.
We did, because he was inside there. He was in the flashback.
Now, I was gonna say, if I go back and look, I'll go back and look for sure, but I do not remember her. I remember it being Natsu and Fuyumi being down there, and the nurse that, or whatever he said, the person he said he had basically hired to keep Toya away from fucking Todoroki so he doesn't try and attack his ass again. So I'll definitely go back and look, but I don't remember seeing his ass down there. But I could be wrong.
Cause that right there set it off. I was like, oh, cause that's why I made my own prediction like a long time ago that Dabi has to be Endeavor's son, and just seeing how he got stronger and stronger, and his flames adapted to turn blue as they got hotter and hotter. So the hotter the flame, it changed the color to it. That was amazing for me to see. I really like that.
Except it changed to blue based off his emotion.
Yeah, his emotions, but of course the heat as well. And he had the little V of fire on his chest. Like, it was just right there every time. And isn't that kind of like how Endeavor's has outfit looks?
A bit, yeah. With the flame shit in the middle, kind of, yeah.
So he was trying to mimic Endeavor there, most likely.
And then basically he had told Endeavor to come to the fucking to the hill and shit, and he ain't show up. He started crying and fucking like he said, this shit was based off his emotion, and he couldn't bring the heat down. Yeah, he couldn't bring the heat down. Like he said, Endeavor only taught him how to raise it up, so he fucking ended up losing control, and that was that.
Hey, did you see his flame?
And that's how he burned his tear ducts out. That's how he burned his tear ducts out. Like he said, he can't cry tears no more. He burned them out, and that was when he said that shit to Hawks, and I was like, damn, that's exactly how he did that shit. Started crying flames, burned his tear ducts out.
So he's not a Nomu. He's actually who he is.
Yeah.
He's numb as hell. Like he feels no pain at all. The fire burned all of his stuff away. Which is dope as fuck. Like, oh my god. I can see Toya becoming a good guy. I don't see the Todoroki family killing him, but more so encouraging him to change his ways to come back home. Kind of like how you see with fucking.
Yeah, I see that more so with Shigaraki than fucking with his ass. I don't really see that shit with him. He too far gone.
he is a lunatic. Because he snapped as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like what's
gonna have to stop him. They ain't no bringing him back. He too far gone. He wasn't manipulated by anybody, any outside forces or anything like that. That was all from Endeavor, as opposed to Shigaraki. He was, he was left alone and all that kind of stuff, but he was manipulated by fucking All For One. So that's more so why I think he'll be able to come back.
Wasn't Dabi left alone as well? Dabi was left alone. Father never showed up. You're not gonna surpass.
I mean, he went off. He went off on his own and shit. I mean, after the whole the fire shit went up in the forest and whatnot, we don't know what happened to him. He went off on his own and did his own kind of shit.
So before then, when he said, "Get out of my face, go play with your brothers," and stuff like that, you're no use to me anymore.
But that's what I was saying. That's all about Endeavor, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Endeavor forced him into isolation, and then the whole mindset of no, I will surpass All Might. That shit was dope. I like that a lot. Like that. This backstory, of course, Todoroki Family, the Hellish Todoroki Family Part 2, the actual episode was really good. Like this is the actual title for this episode. Shout out to Hawks, man. Hawks is a dog, bro. That's my boy. And Best Genius, oh man.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see what the three of them end up doing together in future
Hawks,
episodes.
Best Genius, and
the top three.
Because you see his wings
came back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Man. I just hate the fact that he has to text to talk still.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only part that's annoying me. Like, come on, bro. Really? This what we doing still?
Hey, he got fucked up by the flames, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, Todoroki can barely talk.
Oh, yeah. He burnt the shit out of Todoroki, bro. Yeah. And he Hawks had it worse because that was like right there. Like,
on the ground and shit, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is definitely a 10 out of 10 episode for me, man.
Oh, no question. That's why I started that shit off. Like, ain't even gotta. Yeah. Definitely was.
20 out of 20, 12-16 reacts. You know how it is, man.
Yeah,
we
can't
pushing
wait
it
for
out.
Next week. Cannot wait for next week.
Can't wait for next week for both that and a perfect segue into One Piece next week.
We back on the roof, baby! 10 out of 10, easily. Listen, before we listen. The normal, you can tell if it's a 10 out of 10 because I come straight out and say it's a 10 out of 10 episode for me. This shit, oh man, to see the whole stuff with Yamato and Kaido still fighting at the beginning of the episode. And like I had talked about last week, seeing her flashback, it made that whole Ace scene and whatnot we had seen earlier. It made it. I didn't know exactly how to explain it, but it just did more justice to it. And then to see them bring it back in this week's episode, it was just like, yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to explain. Like, you know, the whole friend situation and having her heart opened up and free to just like, bro, like, oh man, just, you know, see, because he wasn't obviously I don't love him as much as you do, obviously, but I really did like Ace as a character, and I was really upset by by what happened with him and not getting to see more of him going forward. You know, Savo's cool and all, but he ain't Ace, you know what I mean? Ace, hey, listen, that's my dog, you feel me? So
hey man, I love Sabo too, man. Like Sabo,
but Ace, come on, bro. You
inherited the will
his will, yeah. Like you got his will, so I give you that. But you not him, man. But from that and then to seeing fucking Luffy and Momo together and whatnot, like, hey, motherfucker, come on, you gotta get your shit together, Momo.
Like,
guts,
get up there.
Guts, use your guts. Let's go. We gotta get up there and fight and shit, man. So fucking. Getting him
like this.
Yeah, listen. What did he say? He said, flying without your fucking, what did he say? He said something fucking funny as hell about fucking, flying. Are you flying with your eyes closed or fly with your eyes open or some shit like that? And he was like, how do you expect me to fly? Because he had them closed. I forgot exactly what it was, but if you could find that shit and put that clip in there so these motherfuckers can know what I'm talking about. But
かるからだろ。なんとかしてくれ、ルフィ。根性で前見ろ。
And then from, flying all over, flying around the castle and all that kind of stuff.
Breaking through, going floor by floor. Oh my God, like
so,
it's Kaido. Wait,
so
no, that's
that was that, yeah. So, but for me, I like that just so everybody, in the crew and all that kind of stuff, who's like fighting and whatnot, could see that Luffy is back, and like what Momo was saying was true, that Luffy promised he was gonna be back, and he is back with Momo, and they up on the roof, and once they got to the roof, oh my God, the animation takes off. Oh Lord,
Yamato held it down.
She held that shit down until Luffy came back for sure. Cause if she wasn't up there fighting, who knows what would have happened? Cause Kaido basically would have been able to have free reign over the castle and all that, so he could have, attacked the Straw Hats, or who knows what he could have done or what damage he could have done to the crew and everything, and changed the tide of the battle. And she really held that shit down, talking about how, what did he say? You fighting, but even though you're fighting for them, they'll never see you as anything more than the enemy, more than my daughter. But it's like, no, I had a friend. Yeah, I had a friend. Yeah. Like, just Ace. That shit with, like I said, that shit with Ace, man, that shit really hit even more. From seeing it earlier, it was like, oh, okay, that's cool to see, like, she, and they talked about Luffy and all that, but to see it, like, even the emotional weight to it is just, man, bro, it's just, it's so good, bro. Show is so good. Like we say all the time, bro, show is so good.
You couldn't have a One Piece show. You couldn't have a better anime than this. Like,
bro.
The connections from the characters. Of course, then we get to see Ace dad, over 600 chapters ago, bro?
Hella episodes ago,
like,
man. But his effects still lasting through the show is just stuff that when he was alive, that obviously we didn't get to see it, know about at the time, but we're finding out, like, the whole
read
stuff.
The books, you have not read them, go check it out, pick them all up.
So like we talking about the whole stuff with Yamato, obviously we didn't see that when he was alive. That was a flashback to earlier on during his time and whatnot, but to see how that plays effect way later on, the whole conversation he had about Luffy's gonna come out and his dream, and then how that instantly is like, she read Odin's book and she's like, oh god damn, like that, it's a great man in this book who said some stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, he was like, maybe we could all sit down and have drinks one day. Ace obviously knew who he was and knew his ass was dead. Yeah, and knew his ass was dead.
It was dead.
But still humored fucking Yamato talking about it and shit. Just it's so great.
The same thing that Luffy did when he first got the Wano with Toma, and they were round around there when Ace
found out about Ace.
The same exact layout.
Man, bro, it's just great. It is great. It's so great. It is so great. Say Gear Force, Snake Man, we back, baby. Snake Man, ain't seen your ass since the Katakuri fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Over 200 episodes ago.
A good ass minute, yeah. Because he normally just goes bounce man, but hey. If he goes Snake Man, it's a special occasion. It's a special occasion. And I'm wondering, it's going to lead to fucking... We going to get there, man. We close. I don't know how close we are, but we close. We close to Gear 5, y'all. It's coming. I didn't read. I know it's coming, though. It's coming.
You guys see it.
It's coming. It's coming. We close. I don't know, but I feel it. The Luffy in me is just saying, like, hey, we almost there, Law. We almost there. We close. We close.
We have about...
Said my hockey. I trained my hockey.
It's you could almost touch this shit. How close we are with this right now. I cannot wait for this to come down. Of course, it wasn't a coincidence that I wrote Goku today, only because of the fact that we are talking about the next upgrade for Luffy coming in.
Oh man,
I cannot wait for us to finally reach it. It is go time. Luffy is a dog. Yamato is that's actually a dog. You know it already. She's divine wolf, like mythical beast. You guys know already, man.
Yeah.
But I can't wait. The animation though,
beautiful.
Let's see how long they keep this up for.
Man,
let's see how long they can keep this fucking up. Fuck that. Cancel every shonen anime that's out right now. And Toei animation, every Toei animation that's out right now, all the stuff, cancel it and put all of your focus into making One Piece and just see how beautiful it turns out.
I'm dead.
Please, just give us one thing. The animation, up it some more. It looks, oh my fucking amazing. When this shit happens, I might fucking dye my hair white, bro.
Hell no. No, I know I'm definitely finna rewatch that scene, and then I'm finna rewatch not rewatch, but watch the Teen Wolf movie after that. But I definitely gotta rewatch that scene.
I gotta watch the episode. I haven't watched the episode yet.
Funny as hell. Now I'm gonna watch it with them flying through the
going up to the Onigashima.
And then watch the movie. Nah, that shit was real good. That shit was really, really fun. It was some really good scenes that I've seen today, not just in anime but in television too. Cause in fucking in BMF I watched that. Pop culture kind of off the cuff kind of topic, but I watched that shit and it was a good scene and that shit like, and it's not even really long. It's about maybe 30 seconds to a minute long, and it's just, if you watch the whole episode, when it gets to that point in that scene, it's just like, boy, because Terry and Meech, they on the run, so a whole bunch of shit like falls apart with their whole operation and shit, and fucking they gotta go on the run, so they end up going into the fucking crib, they house, and kissing the girl, his girl and whatnot, and giving money so the baby got all that kind of shit, and the fucking their baby sister is crying, their mom is asking all kind of questions and shit, and then Pops is just like, he's against they whole, the whole drug dealing business and all that kind of shit, but he's into a beef with his fucking with one of the sons, Meech. So he basically just like fucking all the shit that's going on, he basically like, hey, fuck that shit. I know you done gave all the money that you had to your kids. This is all I got. Take this shit and remember what the fuck I said. Look after each other. And it's like, I'm just like, bro, man, bro, that scene, like, it was really good, bro. It was really good.
I'm not seeing that yet. I don't think I will watch it just yet, but
I just
started watching Euphoria, so hey.
Funny as hell, yeah. Me and Brandon was talking about that shit. Hell yeah. No, that's like that, man. I fuck with that shit. He got me into that shit too, bro. Euphoria, he definitely did. I'm like, the name of the show, I'm thinking like, nah, this for a female type show and all that kind of shit. It was like, nah, bro, that shit is good. It's a good ass drama show. It's really good.
What was it? When it came out, I think it was like everything else, bro. The big old hype. I hate watching hype. Like, oh, watch Euphoria this, Euphoria that, this, that. I don't want to watch it because you say watch it.
I was gonna say a good amount of the time I'll watch it just to see if it is worth the hype. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will do that shit. Cause fucking people was talking about Manifest and all that shit, like Save Manifest, is this good, it's blah blah blah, it's good.
No, that's
So I checked it out and I absolutely fell in love with the show. I don't know how I got into Game of Thrones. It wasn't like super like hyped around like.
No, Game of Thrones was hyped.
I think it was no. I'm not saying it wasn't a hype show, but I got into. That's not how I got into it. I think it was recommended to me by somebody, and that was when season 7 was coming out. So it had been a long ass time. So the show had been out for a long ass time before I ended up actually like picking that shit up and watching it. So that wasn't one of the shows that no. But that's like, a overhyped show, but that's not what got me into it. Fucking the The Walking Dead, The Walking Dead. I only got into that shit after Glenn died, so whatever season that was, and everybody was talking about that shit on the internet. I was like, fuck it, I'll finally watch the shit, and I absolutely love that shit.
Hold on, so you meant to tell me that you got into this show the same way you got into One Piece when Ace died? Fuck it, I'm gonna still watch it with this.
Funny as hell, no. Funny as hell, no. That's not why I ended up watching One Piece though. But
no, I know.
No. But that's funny as hell. No, I did know that shit though. That was the only thing I did know too. Was a death. So you know.
What other deaths do you know that you watched the show for, man?
I think just those two. I believe. Off the top of my head, not that. You know, for me, you know that's not a trend. You know, but for just One Piece, I honestly never thought I was gonna watch that shit, bro. I never thought I was gonna watch it. I really didn't. I never did. I like seeing clips and all that kind of stuff. I watch them on Facebook when they pop up. You know, but for me, I don't normally do that for a show I'm going to watch because I want to experience the shit. So like. The training with Rayleigh and all that kind of shit. I had seen that, but like it didn't make no sense to me at that point in time. When he went fourth gear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he did that shit for the first time, like I seen Luffy do this shit and he like still knocked the fuck out of him, but I was like, that shit didn't mean no shit to me, but watching it exactly, but watching it through and like getting to that point, it's like, okay, this is who this nigga is, and this is why he's doing what he's doing with Luffy and shit. Like that, it is way better when you know as opposed to so like the falling from the sky Marine Ford. I seen that scene too. Cause there was a picture of fucking like Luffy with his mouth open and everybody else behind him. So I watched the shit.
I'm not gonna lie, that was everywhere when that came out. Everywhere.
So I watched it, you feel me? I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I watched the shit, you know? But hey, when you know what's going on, like for all this shit that's been going on for him to get there, it's like, God damn, he made it.
You went through Arlong, you went through Enel, you went through Crocodile. You ran into fucking Blackbeard.
Mm-hmm. No, I was just talking about in that situation though, like the whole Ace situation, like going into the prison, breaking out the prison, going all the way to fucking Marine Ford, and then finally getting there, like just to know all the shit that he did to get to that moment, like oh man.
Even said, I think I put too much power behind it.
Right, just man, One Piece, dog. One Piece.
Wink.
Fucking Ivanka said, man, yeah. So I never thought I'd end up watching it, but I did, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, big shout out to anybody who recommends One Piece to their friends. Great thing. My homegirl, like I said before, she's watching it now, and she loves it now. She's already in love with it. She's past I think she's past the Baratier part right now.
Okay.
She's headed back toward. She's almost at the walk.
Mm-hmm.
The part where most people fall in love with the show. She's
already in love with it. She definitely gonna love it after that.
Talking about I knew I would always like the show. I just didn't want to watch it. No, stop lying. That's bullshit. Nah. If you watching this, that's bullshit.
Funny as hell. No, I had no idea I was gonna like it, and ended up loving it. And here we are. Like I said, fucking it was the whole pirate kind of concept, and fucking, you know,
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, motherfucking my Shanks, motherfucker who gave me the hat and put me on my way. You feel me?
And as you can tell from behind, it definitely stuck with you. Like One Piece is that show.
Man, that's the majority of the shit I got in my background, man.
Fucking love it.
Both sides. Shit.
Fucking love it. And I don't know if y'all peeped it or not, but my man's got some new stuff over there that he didn't show.
Funny as hell. They definitely seen that shit in the unboxing. I definitely showed the Roger and Whitebeard.
Man.
Yeah, because I was talking about how I got a whole bunch of them now.
Man, we gonna take him out, bro. He trying to get like me now. He trying to get like me, y'all.
Funny as hell. Nah, at some point I'm definitely gonna get them shits out the box, bro. Definitely am. No cap.
Oh, I can't wait for Flash to come out either.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah.
You guys know we say pop culture, so trust me, this shit falls into play with that.
No, it's February 8th. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, I can't. It was always on a Wednesday. Yeah, because Arrow was a Tuesday, and I think DC Legends was a Thursday, and Superwoman was a Monday. Supergirl's a Monday. Because I think all the shows lined up and shit throughout the week. DC like shows, yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for it to come back. I have to watch season 8 still. I can't wait for it to come back though. I
know. I definitely caught up. Kept up with it. So I'm ready. Saddest ending, but it's time for it to go.
Yeah, they going out on a good note though. That's good. Better than Arrow.
It definitely looks like it.
Way better than how Arrow went out.
Yeah, but he's back.
It went out sad. Yeah. The OG Oliver Queen.
Nah, his show, the last season, his show was just set up for the whole fucking shit with the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Crisis, yeah.
So going through all those like big moments and whatnot of each kind of season, and it wasn't really what I wanted to be, just because of what him dying and shit in like the very first episode.
Yeah.
So I was really pissed about that shit, like supremely pissed about that. But I still, ended up watching it through and enjoyed it, for what it was. But what they did to him, I was, and even though they did kind of use him to help reboot the universe and everything, it's still like, bro, no.
Fuck you, Tony Stark.
If you was gonna do something like that, do it at the very, the last kind of 2 episodes in it, not the very first one, bro. Not the first one, bro.
You have to put the helmet on, and now you're gonna go ahead and the whole universe, and we're gonna go to Universe X and Universe 30 and all these other universes. Come on, man,
that made me not even want to watch the rest of that shit. Yeah, that made me honestly not even want to really watch the rest of the shit.
The rest of it,
yeah.
That's definitely that definitely makes sense.
Because that was my Ollie. That was my dog, man. That was my dog for sure.
Yeah, he set things up. I wish I would have got to see. I want to see more of Arsenal. I know it changed his fucking name. But yeah, I want to see more of Arsenal. I hope we get something from him and Kid Flash and Speedy. Get something from them, bro.
Nah.
But yeah, coming to a close. You guys never really heard us talk about like actual
other stuff other than anime, really. Yeah.
Change your pace. Do watch
it. Yeah, we definitely do. We definitely do watch a bunch of other stuff besides anime, a whole bunch of pop culture stuff like we say in our kind of stuff, but we don't really get into all that other but yeah, we do. We watch it. As you can see, we know characters' names and can actually hold conversations about it, So yeah, we definitely do. So if there's any other kind of shows or whatnot that you all watch and kind of want to recommend or want us to talk about as well, and fucking in the podcast, just let us know in the comments, and we can definitely add that shit to it. Especially if we do end up enjoying the show, because like you say, we not gonna do stuff we don't, just to do it, just to do it.
And I'm not going to debt with Euphoria,
man. Can't do it. No, not here. Not here. Hell no. Stop. Yeah, man. Right, somewhere else for sure. Yeah, man. But like we say all the time, we appreciate you if you all made it this far checking out the podcast. If you enjoyed what you see, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see it every time we drop it, hit that notification bell. And we will see y'all in the next one.
My Mihawk blade.
I am dead. Hell no. See y'all in the next one. Talking about my fucking Mihawk blade. Fucking fool, bro. Fucking fool.